After looking at multiple different curriculum models, I have chosen that the ALM model is the best for my school right now, and something we're actually trying to incorporate not only in our gifted program, but for certain students for our entire school. And it's not a full school initiative, but for certain ones who choose this route. The reason why I choose this, I do teach at a high school, so I work at two high schools, and I find that anything that we choose that's a pullout or extra work, students just aren't going to be interested in. Honestly, I don't blame them. Many of my gifted students are doing AP classes, dual classes. There's so much already, and they don't need any more work. What we are trying to aim for is to switch out what they're doing to help them with a different model to expand on the knowledge they must learn anyway or the standards they must hit, but do it in a different model. And I believe ALM is allowing that. I really like this article. Obviously, I'm not going to go through it completely, but I really like that it goes through and really gives some simplicity to what it is, that we've got the different levels of orientation, getting our basic knowledge, individual development. So, where can they make this their own, figuring out what they are interested in, enriching upon that. So, getting outside of the four walls of an actual school, getting out and seeing some trips, having some seminars, getting in getting in other buildings, getting in other places, and meeting people who could be professionals in that type of career or that type of interest, and then doing an in depth study or an in depth project. So, this is one of my favorite ones that if I was giving this presentation to my school board or my administrators, I would print this off and give it more. As far as specifics, I like to go through this. The biggest part I love about ALM is that it does embrace the unknown. I think it's about the learning process. What they're learning, the product is secondary, but it's about that process they're going through. The students get some choice in it. They get to choose what they learn, how they learn it. It is tailored to them. It's not one size fits all. We are really pushing it that it's okay to fail as long as we're failing forward and we're being reflective. And then we're always looking for those community partnerships. We're always trying to get out and do community service or internships or in any other type of way we can plug that in. So this is exactly what we see in this and what we're trying. Instead of a traditional classroom where we've got all these different projects and all these different things that they're already doing, how can we expand on that? How can we bring them all into one big community project? So the science or government English, a CTE class, how can we tie that all in to create a better learning environment? We like to use the design thinking process. I would encourage to do that as well within our gifted program. This is something that's used within many colleges and many businesses out there, and something that we like to teach and go through. Right now, we're looking at trying to push three different models, and this is what I would propose. Our Emerge is project based, it's cross curricular, it's putting more than one subject together, but building upon it. Ignite is going to be in a smaller group setting, but then it's still going to be facilitator led. So students get to choose what they do, what content they are learning, and build from there. And then our Innovate, that's where they may have an internship or they may get to actually build their own business. They may achieve college credits for it, have work experience, but it's still going through those five different levels of ALM and really going for it and getting a unique experience. This is that example of this year was the first year we tried this with Emerge. They got to build a park, design a park with our community partner while they were learning social studies and writing about it in English, which was very, very awesome. So cross curricular, client connected, and it's always based on real world learning and freedom of choice. So how can they get in there? How can they do these things? Again, here's some of the models that they built as far as the parks. So that's just a few things that I would choose if I was choosing which model I was using, and not just based on what we're already doing, because a lot of this we are not. This is something we are planning on. It's something we're building as we're going because we see ALM as supreme for not only regular students but gifted students and allowing them the choice of what they want to learn, what they want to connect it to, and then focusing on the learning process and breaking outside of all molds that we've known since kindergarten. And I think that is truly the answer to valid and wonderful education.